Last year, we decided to try something different in Roehampton and Battersea. This was a 3-month project called Learning Works. The aims were to encourage residents in the two areas to get back into education, offer help with employability skills and self-sufficiency, and encourage a sense of community through offering free tasters and very short courses across a network of local community organisations. Residents were encouraged to come forward with ideas for what they would like to learn, and this resulted in a really wide variety of classes.
My first impressions of the Learning Works pilot was basically to enable people in the community to get involved with taster workshops, learning that they measurably might not be getting involved with or might not have got involved with, to give them more skills and get them involved with community learning.
When we found out about the Learning Works programme, we thought this is a really good opportunity to put on some short courses around subjects that people had told us they wanted to do more learning about, or they wanted to explore, or they wanted to do a taster. So it was a brilliant way of allowing people to have the opportunity to do a taster course and see whether they wanted to make it, whether they wanted to do more, whether it was something we wanted to put into our programme and develop. And I think, you know, the answer is yes, they would definitely be interested in longer term programmes.
I think it gave people opportunities to have a little taste and think, well, instead of going to do a long 6 or 8 weeks class, it gave them a taster, so they thought, okay, let me do something else, let me do the English class maybe, or maybe, you know, it's being in a group of people which necessarily they might not have been in a group of people, but they've come into like a class of 10 people and think, well, I can actually do this, and decide that I want to do other things in my life. And we did work, like a job workshop as well, which helped people to get into employment, which was really good from the tasters. And we was actually, and I think it's really good for organisations because it was a platform for organisations to put them onto other activities as well. So I think Learning Hub really does work. It says what it is, it does work.
And the street dance, which was the other programme you funded, has just been great, and people have loved it, and it's also kind of really ticked the healthy living box for us and for our students, and particularly for our students with learning difficulties. There's a higher level of obesity amongst people with learning difficulties than there is in the general population. So we've been looking at ways of putting on fun activities that will help people to stay fit and to get physically active. And people had said they'd really be interested in dance, and people had asked us for more physical activity programmes. So being able to deliver it as a taster meant that we could try this particular activity out and just see whether it was what people would respond to and whether we wanted to do more of it.
I think definitely we actually held an IAG workshop and the Leader in Me workshop, and that definitely encouraged people to get back into employment and build their confidence for looking for employment.
I think it would be really helpful to have some family learning stuff. So to have some opportunities for the people that we work with and engage with to be learning something alongside their families and carers, because quite often we see what people are capable of and their families are absolutely astounded and don't think they are capable of doing very much at all. So we've had people, for example, who are perfectly independent within Share. They'll get to their classes, they manage their own lunch, they're directing their own study as well to a large extent, whereas when they get home they have everything done for them and their parents see them as really very dependent. So we think that there are opportunities to kind of grow people and their families, and which will open up their horizons. So that would be one thing.
Storm will definitely want to continue with the Learning Works. We've got loads of new ideas for workshops and tasters, and loads of people ready to sign up and get involved.
We did everything from English and maths, basic IT, through to non-contact boxing and even street dance. We were absolutely delighted with the level of interest and participation. Over 700 adults took at least one of the 80 classes offered, with 18 local community organisations involved in the delivery of classes. Almost 30% of learners said that they intended on progressing to further learning, a real success story. We will be building on this success. Learning Works Mark II will be running in Battersea, Roehampton, and as an addition, Tooting between March and July 2014. We are confident that 2014 will deliver even better results. What course do you think you'll do?